Hello, and I'm just going to give you a brief rundown on the Arduino Uno. The Arduino Uno is a microcontroller. It has 14 digital inputs or outputs which can be set with the commands pin mode or digital read or digital write. It has 5 to 6 analog inputs. They can be used, for example, for the temperature sensor. It runs on a 5-volt power supply and also can run through mains or through USB. Now here's an example of some simple Arduino code. This is an Arduino board hooked up with a breadboard to a temperature sensor. Now some of you may be familiar with the LM35. This is a TMP36. It's basically the same principle as an LM35. It has as an input, an output and a ground. Basically the code is you get this off the arduino.dcc website, and the code is pretty much similar to C with some little differences, but basically it's the same code. For example, here you see we're clearly integers for the LEDs, and these here numbers just say which digital pins the LEDs are set to. Then we have some floating points for the voltages. This is the voltage you will get from the LM35 temperature sensor. And then we need to do some calculations for the Celsius as well. In this program here, it's also set up in conjunction. For example, you can use an LM35 with this microcontroller as a smart meter for your home. Now, so to control the digital outputs, we use the command pin mode, and it sets the red LED to output, the green LED, and the blue LED to output. Again, and then we just use a simple. This is just your setup here. Then for a simple loop, we use the command void loop. Then we're writing to the pins, so if you want to switch them off, it's the red LED when it's low. For an active low, again for the green LED or the blue LED. This again reads the temperature, gives you a low, and you will get a low, and it will switch off the LEDs. Then we have some other code here for the sensor. It reads the sensor, and then we need to convert that sensor into millivolts, and again we multiply that by 5000 and divide that by 1024 to convert to millivolts. You get that, then you remove the voltage offset of the temperature sensor, which is minus 400, divide that by 10 to get the Celsius, and now the power of the controller, which says whether the air conditioning turns on or the heater turns off or it stays the same. It's a simple if statement. I'm sure you've done the same before in simple C programs. So just if the Celsius is greater than the aircon, the blue LED, and it turns on the air conditioning. Else if the heater's on, the red LED, and then the green LED is everything's fine and just stays the way it is. And then we have a delay because of 1000. That's 1000 in milliseconds, so basically it's 1 second, just to give the microcontroller time to read the different variations of temperature. Like I said, this is Arduino code, and under Arduino these are called sketches. It's you're giving basically you write your code on this little compiler here. You verify it here, and it will detect any errors if any. You then upload it to your Arduino microcontroller and hit the reset button. Now at the moment I don't have my microcontroller connected, but I connected here now. We will see. Okay, and I've now connected the Arduino to my computer. It's simply done through a USB cable. When you first connect it up, your Windows computer will automatically detect it. You may need to select a port. It's usually communication port 1 or 4, but once you first start the upload up, it will automatically tell you to pick which one you want to use. Again, it's a pretty simple system, so we'll go again to the upload. It compiles it. Now that has been uploaded into my Arduino Uno microcontroller. I have a small video to give a demonstration of actually what happens with this code when it is hooked up with a microcontroller and LEDs on your blue board and a temperature sensor. I will show that to you in one moment. Just before I get to that, I just want to give you a little rundown here on this compiler. Again, this is where your sketches are, the ones you have, examples, all the basics from Blink, from Knight Rider, the bounce, reading analog inputs, communications, controls, and a variety of others. That's great to get you started. I also recommend Tektronix.com. It is a fantastic website and has a full lesson plan for all Arduinos. And again, on this website I also have the video. I will show it now. As you can see here, they run through everything: how to set up the LEDs, how to set up your breadboard, examples and exercises, codes, and it goes from step by step, and each different chapter goes up to a higher and higher level of programming. Now, off-tronic stuff, here's that video. Again, this is just the LEDs. You saw the code there earlier on with the temperature sensor there to the left. Now here's a demonstration of how it's used. Different temperatures will produce a different light, and these correspond to controlling an air conditioner, a heater, or just staying the same. Another good website is the Arduino website. This is where you can get the bootloader software, the compiler. There's boards, support, loads of learning references. It's a very good website also to use. Again, but personally, my personal preference would be the Tronic Stuff one, because he goes from the beginning to the end. Loads of different experimentations and lots of fun stuff you can build with your microcontroller. It's a very versatile device, and I highly recommend you pick it up. You get them anywhere, any electronic store or online. The price retails between 15 and 30 euros, and they can be a lot of fun to play with, and basically only limited by your own creativity. And any project you want to do, there's always plenty of resources, and there's a big fan base. This is very popular with prototypers, so any help you may need is always available online. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.